Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Path Nostalgia. In this video we are looking at Joshua Jones. So Joshua Jones is a stop motion animated television series done by the BBC, and it was created by the same guy, I believe his name was Rob Lee, who did Fireman Sam. So Joshua Jones is slightly different in character wise and maybe story wise than Fireman Sam. However, the animation style is actually very much the same. Same animation, and just with different characters, really, in a different sort of setting. I have no idea if it's Wales or not. I think it's not really. It's some fictional part of Britain somewhere, wherever, maybe London or wherever. And let's dive into it. So Joshua Jones, the character himself, is a narrowboat owner who basically is like a delivery man, hard worker, and he delivers stuff all around. Canals and stuff, along with his dog called Fairport. Obviously they deliver anything from wood or paint or anything like that from a place called Wharf, run by the unseen Mr. Bigot. However, he has his little understudy, his boss, which is called Wilton Cashmore, and he has a daughter called Fiona. You have the clumsy biker guy called a long-haired ginger-haired guy called Spanner, who's very dumb, careless, selfish sometimes. You've also got his girlfriend, is another very ditzy character in the name of Sharon, or Shaz, as Spanner calls her, and sort of all in very pink, high pitched voice, all girly, and and that sort of thing. You've got the lock keepers, who are Kevin David, the Indian family. The only one I can even think of is Ravi, who's the young boy. But there's his grandfather and there's his mother. They live together in this house, and his grandfather's the lock keeper. Both his mother and his grandfather are. You've got the vet, of course, who I can't remember the name. He drives a little sort of be a yellow Citroen TCV. And then finally we've got Joe Polanski, who is a Hungarian farmer. And also he has various animals, including the horse called Trojan, of course. Yeah. So that's sort of the basis of the characters of Joshua Jones, and judging by the actual kind of knowledge to end of the show. Well, funny enough, not really, because although it's a recognisable show, it's on my opinion, I never grew up on Joshua Jones as a kid. Obviously, I never noticed about the character. It never appeared on the BBC television favourites, like the top list videos that I had for a lot of years. He never appeared on them. I think by that point they sort of moved on to do the other stuff, and you forget some of the other classics behind, including Charlie Chalk and obviously Barney, including Joshua Jones. Joshua Jones, in my opinion, is a very much forgotten classic. Although he's sort of remembered fondly, he is sort of left behind. I think same with Charlie Chalk as well, and Barney. And the funny thing is that he only had one series, which is quite shocking. I believe it's somewhere about between 8 or 13, to be honest. I think. I can't remember now. I think it's the same vein of Fireman Sam, doing about 8 episodes a season, or if it's just the standard routine to have 13, who knows. However, some episodes I really do enjoy, of course. I mean, there's stuff like Haywire, in which the kids and Spanner, Fiona and Ravi, are helping Joe Polanski out, and Spanner comes and join them because he had a day off or something. And they have to move his hay until a big storm comes, and obviously Joshua has incidents in the canal through Spanner, who basically keeps jumping into the canal actually, and obviously Wilton Cashmore has his arrival with Mr. and Mrs. Bigot for some afternoon lunch, a business meeting, well, sort of a buffet business meeting, and with the storm coming, it doesn't go too well as much. Well, I thought it was a really interesting episode, and obviously Rafi has a near-death experience. He nearly gets killed by lightning because he went into a tree, which you're not supposed to do anyway in a freak-long storm. Anyway. Next up, we have horse. There's another one called Horseplay, I think there was, in which involves the horse Trojan, of course. Trojan. Yeah, actually, think about it now. Joshua gets wet in that episode, like jumps in the canal as well. Not in Haywire Horseplay, he does. Why do I get those mixed up? I don't know. Obviously, it is interesting actually, because you never see like a horse go into a canal. Like, see, it's quite terrifying as well. Like maybe as a kid you think, like that. You see this horse squealing into a lock. Really, yeah. And there's another called Boomer, which is doing like paracle Boomer. I think another thing was Rafi and Fiona go down sailing, they're trying to be like Indians or something, and like Native Americans, I think. And just go down the canal, but they end up going near some waterfalls and then you get killed. Obviously. I think there's an novel called Spook. Yeah, an novel called Spook. Yeah, so, but overall, the episodes themselves are really good. I think they run for about, obviously 14, 15 minutes, I would say. But overall quality is actually really good. The stories are actually very good. Have some wit to them as well. Some good, funny moments. There's some serious moments. There's a little bit of serious moments in there as well, I would say. But it's good. The voice acting is very good because you've got George Layton and Barbara Flynn doing the voices, which is quite good. Malden Pope, who did the theme song for Fire and Sam, actually does the theme song for this as well. Obviously, with Fire and Sam, it's more like a rock, like funky rock pop type style. Joshua Jones, this particular one is like like a pop reggae influence, really. It's like a Caribbean type of flavour to it, which is nice actually. And it's a shame that it never got released fully, like there's a actual version like with Fireman Sam and like Puss and Pat. They had their theme songs released on a format at the time. Shame that Joshua Jones never did. That would have been amazing. Though there are some other ones I'll mention down the line that I might need. So I haven't talked about Joshua Jones. A sort of forgotten series very much. Doing the same vein and created by some of the same created by some of the same people who did Fireman Sam back in the day, and it was broadcast in 1992, I believe, on BBC One, BBC Television. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next video.